In this video, we'll show you how you can improve your long distance running technique so that you can become a faster, more efficient runner and also reduce your chances of injury. The first way to improve your technique is the foundation for making change long term, and that is doing one technical tweak at a time. Information overload can be paralysing, it can also halt progress. What we tend to see as coaches is that improving one element of your running style has a knock-on effect and other elements will fall into place. The fastest, most successful runners tend to roll from supination into pronation when they run. Simply put, as your foot strikes the ground and moves to propel you back off the ground and forward, there should also be movement from your smallest toe through to your big toe for the push off. You may find that your feet aren't strong enough to cope with the forces placed on them when you run. What can happen is this: your knee and hip joints will take more of the force because the foot cannot cope. This can lead to injury. You will have energy leaks when you run. The force will not transfer through your lower body, making you a slower, less efficient runner. By developing your foot and your ankle strength, you can improve your running technique and also your speed. A few easy exercises to improve your foot and your ankle strength are toe pickups. So place a small foot-friendly object on the floor. Use your toes to pick them up and drop them into a cup or a bowl. Start with 2 sets of 10 reps. If this isn't challenging enough, do more sets, reps, or pick something up heavier with your toes. The second exercise is single leg calf raises. You can do this exercise at home or in the gym and before or after your runs. Hold onto a wall or something for balance. Raise one leg, push up onto the balls of your feet, contract your calf muscles. Then you want to slowly lower back to the start position. Another factor that can help you become a faster runner is how your foot strikes the ground when you run. Your foot should land slightly in front of you as you make contact with the ground. As your foot stays in contact with the ground, your center of mass should move slightly in front of your foot and also your hips. This allows you to apply the forces that you're creating when you run in a forward direction. That means faster running speeds and less force and stress placed on your lower body. If you're a heel striker, you're probably overstriding when you run. Heel striking is just about the worst thing that you can do if you're looking to run faster without injury. Think of heel striking like driving your car with the brakes on. Your brakes are constantly trying to slow you down. You have two forces working against each other and something eventually will break. This is exactly what happens when you heel strike. You are increasing your chance of injury. To stop overstriding and heel striking when you run, here are a few things that you should try. Try increasing your running cadence with these drills. Cadence is the number of steps you take per minute. You should try taking more steps per minute. To practice, you can run to the beat of a metronome. You could also put a line of cones out that are set to shorter distances than your current running stride. This gets you used to running at a higher cadence. Running with a shorter stride helps prevent overstriding, which leads to striking the ground with your heel. You can also try improving your hamstring strength. Hamstrings are one of the most active muscles when you run. If you're heel striking now, it could be that your hamstrings aren't strong enough to bring your leg back towards your body. By improving your hamstring strength as well as increasing your cadence, you can move towards more of a forefoot strike when you run. This will reduce your chance of injury and also make you a faster runner. The two exercises that should be a staple in every runner's workout program are the Romanian deadlift and also Nordic hamstring curls. So here's how to do the Romanian deadlift. Start standing with your toes under the bar. Lean over and take hold of the bar with your hands a little wider than your knees and palms facing you. Push your chest out and keep your back straight. With your knees nearly straight, keeping your back straight and your chest pushed out, lift the bar and thrust your hips forward until you're standing in an upright position. Keeping your back straight and your chest pushed out, lower the bar in a controlled manner until you feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Here's how to do the Nordic hamstring curls. Now, you will need a partner to hold your ankles down or anchor your ankles under something stable. Place some soft cushioning under your knees for comfort as well. Engage your hamstrings and slowly lower your torso to the ground. You want to keep your chest in line with your hips and slowly lower yourself to the ground, as this will engage your hamstrings more. As you lower yourself to the ground and you can no longer slowly lower your torso, use your hands to stop yourself from hitting your head on the floor. Use both hands to push yourself back to the start position, engaging your hamstrings as you go. Just a side note as well, spend more time on the lowering phase of this movement. This is where you will get the most benefit from this exercise. For the Nordics, start with 2 to 3 seconds on the way down and try to increase this each week as you go. Another tip is thinking about maintaining a long tailbone when you run. One of the most common and worst cues running coaches use is run tall. Here's why running tall is the wrong cue to become a better runner. When you run tall, the torso and head are way too upright. When these are too upright, you do not achieve the natural forward lean that you need to run fast. Running tall mistimes the rhythm of your arms and the point at which your legs make contact with the ground. Thinking about running tall can cause injury too. It can also create slower running speeds as you overstride and your foot isn't under the hips as you push off the ground. A much better way to improve your long distance running form is to think about maintaining a long tailbone. What this means is keeping your chest up and forward. You'll notice when you do this, you'll feel the tallness when you run. Concentrate on your lower back as opposed to your head when you're thinking about running tall. A great drill for teaching this technique is called squatty runs. This helps you to get in a good posture with a long tailbone when you run, especially when you're looking to accelerate. The arms are the driving force for your hips and legs, not the other way around. Try running fast with your arms by your side, you'll see exactly what we mean. To create speed and become a faster, better runner, the arms are really important. Speed is created by twisting, which is otherwise known as torque. To create more torque or speed, your arms should twist slightly. Yes, that means that your arms are allowed to break the 90-degree rule that some running coaches teach. Your arm form when you run should closely mimic this. Bend your arms throughout your run, drive your arms backwards, and don't be afraid of your arms twisting slightly. You want to imagine that you're holding onto a rope in each hand, as this will help to free up your arms. Then you want to bring your hands back up towards your shoulder and the midline of your body. To be a more efficient long distance runner, you should be maintaining a more bent position as you run, as this will save energy and the need to create big sweeping high energy movements that you'll see some sprinters make. Now, what you think your arms are doing and what they are actually doing are very different. A tool that we like to use with all of our running clients is to video them when they're running normally. By videoing your runs as you progress, you can really start to focus and feel the changes you're trying to make to your arm form when you run. Another tip is to aim for peace when you run and scrap the word relax. Relaxation is something that many coaches teach to help their athletes run without tension in the muscle. We've recently changed our standpoint on this, and we found that the word peace evokes a better response in athletes and runners. They focus on the feeling that they should have when they are running, staying present and really feeling every movement that they're making. Asking a runner to run fast and relaxed doesn't make sense. You're exerting huge amounts of force when you run, and to run relaxed takes away a runner's ability to produce this force and slows them down. We don't want that. Instead, we teach running with peace. To run with peace means to be fully present, to be mindful of what you're doing when you run. You're only giving attention to the present moment. You have more control over the present moment and thinking about and feeling every movement as it happens. By aiming for peace when you run and staying present, you will have more clarity while you run. You will be free from stress, tension, and the anxiety that happens when some runners try and be too precise when they run, especially during competitions. This will help you to run faster when you condition yourself into peace instead of relaxation. So how can you run with peace? Practice regular meditation. Learning to focus is like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. By doing this, you will be able to focus on the present moment, which in this case is running. Smile. This unclenches your jaw, softens your facial muscles, and relaxes your shoulders. Take some deep breaths before you run. Again, I find regular meditation practice does a brilliant job too. As you get tired when running, the quality of your form can decrease. This alters your running style. By altering the running style, certain muscles that are stronger than others will take more of the workload. This can lead to them being overworked and can also cause injury and time off from running. To make sure that this doesn't happen, you need to strengthen and condition your whole body. This is so you can run for longer periods of time without sacrificing good running form. This is how you're going to run faster, smash a PB, and stay injury free. An important quality in fast runners with good form is their strength. That doesn't only include strong muscles, but strong tendons and connective tissues too. You'll be pleased to hear one of the best ways to improve your strength as a runner is by running regularly. But what is far too often neglected is the importance of resistance training when it comes to running. This is another way that you can build strong muscles, tendons, and connective tissues. You need to be strong enough for running. Put simply, you don't want to be constantly pushing for a PB in the weight room. This can have a detrimental effect on your running performances. As long as you can roughly squat 1.5 times your body weight and deadlift 1.75 times your body weight, you're plenty strong enough to run. Some of my favorite exercises for building a solid base of strength for running are back squat, deadlift, power cleans, the Romanian deadlifts, Nordic hamstring curls, a barbell hip thrust, Smith machine calf raises, a Pallof press, pull-ups, and press-ups. To build strength, you should be aiming for somewhere between 1 to 6 reps. In long distance running, you will need oxygen. As your heart rate increases and your muscles work harder, there's more demand for oxygen in your body. If you can take more oxygen into your body, you will be able to run faster for longer. The best strategy is to breathe through your nose and mouth while you run. This will help you to take in more oxygen per breath. Also consider that running is rhythmic. Think about how many steps you take on the inhale and also the exhale. I've started doing this a lot more as a sprinter and it really helps. Find a rhythm that works for you. So that's 8 ways that you can improve your long distance running technique and start to run faster and also stay injury free. Remember, working on one thing at a time is paramount. Master it and then move on to the next element. It can sometimes be overwhelming when you want to get faster and you're not sure where to start. If that's you, we offer online running coaching at Unstoppabl. This is where we will analyse your current running style and then build you a plan to become a faster runner. Get in touch to see how we can help you.